Hello and welcome back to Alive. So what we got today, well, something that we've been working on for the past couple of days. It's a Defender Td5 110. And what's so special about this one? Why is it on the channel? Well, we've done a full suspension kit on it and we've done a GTB450 upgrade. So this came in as a completely standard 110, apart from a few modifications, paint and stuff like that, dents. So yeah, it's one that customers are rather passionate about. This one likes the Alive brand and really does want us to install our products. So let's just lift it. Whilst it's on the ramp, it's actually ready just to go on the dyno now. I've actually base tested this. It came in, it made 125 horsepower and 300 Newton meters, exactly what a TD5 110 should make. So yeah, really good on that. So I'm quite keen to see where the mapping is at, what sort of power it'll make with the all of our bits and pieces for the 450. So whilst it's on the ramp, before we do go to the dyno, let's just pop it up in the air so you can have a look at the suspension that we've fitted. Right, so looking at the back of the vehicle, you can see, of course, the Alive valved Bilstein dampers. So these are dampers that are valved to our own specification. We find they work much better than what Bilstein's original valving and setup works. So we've got those dampers, we've got our comfort springs, we've got a heavy duty rear anti-roll bar, Super Pro bushes on the back, polyurethane bushes in there as well. We've got, of course, the exhaust system, the Alive exhaust system. So all 304 grade stainless steel, probably going to outlast any vehicle that you put this on. So front roll bar has been fitted. This was a non-roll bar model. So again, poly bushes. On the front, we've got the comfort springs. We've gone with new spring seats as well, front and rear. And the galv turret tops there. So that's pretty much the underneath of the vehicle. We've not done chassis bushes or anything like that on this one. Maybe perhaps we will do it at a later date. But yeah, this is one of those trucks that it's actually grown on me quite a lot since it's come through the door. So yeah, it's a funky little 110. And it has got some quirky little bits on it. We'll show you those. So let's not forget as well, the uprated steering damper as well. Anyone for mushroom? No? Mushrooms? Yeah, so probably do with that rolling up a little bit better than that. And of course an Alive Ultimate intercooler in there as well. What mileage is on this one? Let's have a look. So 189, can we see that? 189,000 miles. Just pop the bonnet and have a look. What have we got in here then? I know what we've got in here because between me and Will, we've fitted this lot. One thing we did fit to the custom vehicle, new one of them. So all Alive silicone hoses where possible, boost hoses, coolant hoses, silicone coupler hose there, the breather hose, of course, and of course, yes, the meat of the whole tuning package, the GTB450, and a CJM manifold with uprated stud kit. Why not? There's an ICG panel filter that just drops in the stock air box as well. It goes in there nicely and just helps everything breathe nicer. So, an interesting. We wasn't sure when it came in if the roof rack would be too tall for the dyno, but it actually does just go. So with a couple of inches left to spare. So as a dyno operator, I do like to see every and as many vehicles on the dyno as possible. So right, let's get this one on the dyno and let's see what she makes. Right then, so on the dyno, and we're just all prepared on the dyno. We're about to put some temperature into the vehicle and go ahead and power test it. As always, in the background on the dyno graph, which we will be showing, will be the graph that the vehicle produced when it came in. So when it came in as a standard vehicle, it made standard power. So I believe that this should be in good standard health. So aiming for around 210 horsepower and 450 Newton meters of torque is sort of the minimum that we're looking for with a turbo. Clean emissions from the exhaust as always. So let's see what it produces. I'm just about to set up the dyno itself as well. I believe this was the last car to be run, so everything should kind of be synced, but just need to make some checks. So if you are watching this and you're looking at this data that's on the screen, you're looking at the Alive Power Flash, and this is a product that we supply, we sell. You can find it on our online shop. You can buy this software and data cable, so you can use this to run diagnostics on your own car. You can use it to code injectors, and there's loads and loads of stuff you can use. Basically a diagnostic and a reflashing tool as well. And when I say reflashing, of course, you may only reflash Alive tuning with this tool. So in the background there is the stock power graph on this vehicle. So pretty much there with temperature now. So we'll let the vehicle slow down, and we'll go ahead with a power test. I think I just need to just go and turn the fan up a little bit more. A bit more fan speed would help. You can come with me. So I've already checked the straps. A bit more fan speed on there. Not running the fan at full power. I don't think we need to. Right, let's do a pull. That is a massive gain. Oh yes. Oh yes. Yeah. Right, so 210 horsepower and nearly 500 Newton meters. Right. Save that run, we'll do a few more just to make sure that that's not a fluke, that the vehicle's consistent and can continue to do that. That's a big one. Right, so that first run was pretty much nothing short of fantastic really, was it? So just a few revs just to bring the intake temps down a bit, just try and start every run at the same sort of temperature if possible. It's inevitable you're going to get a bit of heat soak, but we started that first run at 21 degrees air intake, and this one it's looking we're going to be starting at about 23, so close enough. So let's do a run. So wide open throttle now. Coming on boost real nice, 1.7 bar. Again, that's another strong run. Very nice to see. What we got? Oh yes, very nice. Just put the drag wizard on that because there was a little wobble. So 211 horsepower and 476 Newton meters. A little bit of heat soak after the first run. yeah, proving to be very strong indeed. So I'll just save that run. I'll repeat this a few more times again just to make sure the vehicle's consistent, and we'll need to go through that log. It looked great, the boost looked like it was really good. Temperatures are good, coolant temperature from the engine as well. You know, this is 190,000 miles engine. We don't think it's ever had a head gasket replacement or anything like that, but it's making an awful lot more power than stock power and torque, and it's keeping cool, so doing well so far. Yeah, certainly doing well. Right then, folks, so we ended up with 213 horsepower and 489 newton meters of torque. Now, let's just talk about the torque for the moment. I've not got all the data on the graph at the moment. The reason why is torque is the one. If you've got one of these, the chances are you're going to want the torque, okay? So, massive gains on that. So, let's grab the cursor, and we'll go, peak was 489, and we're 200 newton meters up at that point. So, and let's pick 1800 RPM. Oh, that's 2000 RPM, sorry. So 2000 RPM, you got a huge gain in torque. Again, where it's at now, and then where it was when it came in. Pick an earlier spot, 1800 RPM. Again, the difference in torque is massive. You see the RPM just there, and then the difference between the two displayed on the graph. And as you go down, 1600 RPM, again, massive amount of torque. So when you're pulling out of junctions or accelerating, I mean, when you're cruising, you're around sort of 2,000 to 2,500 RPM. Most people might be in one of these. But yeah, loads of torque. So let's have a look at the differences with horsepower. So again, horsepower is rather impressive as well. There's no, you haven't lost anything to be able to gain something else later on in the rev range or any point in the rev range. So again, we'll put the cursor on there. Whereas I said this made stock power 125, so just shy of that. And then 213 is what it's actually making now. So this is one that has done very well. Sometimes we do get them in and they don't go quite as well as this one, but most TD5s that come through the door, they can go well. They need a health check, they get a health check. You know, we know these vehicles, we know these well, so, you know, when you're choosing your tuner, does your tuner of choice know these well? Probably. So, do they have a dyno? Maybe, maybe not. But as always, we back up our work. And where do we back it up? On the dyno, on a Maha dyno. Okay, so in my opinion, I've run a couple of dynos in the past. It's not just this one that I've run in the past, so it's a good bit of kit. All right, so we use good gear here. We use Maha ramps as well in the workshop. So really happy with what we've seen here. Something that I do feature on the channel. What have we got in the workshop today? So let's go have a look at the workshop. Just need to turn the radio off before we do go through. So right, what do we have in the workshop? I've actually got Martin's D2. We may or may not have already shown this on the channel, but he bought it, I think he got it last week. Martin's got the D2. No, I never said nailed out. I never said nailed out.
Must have heard it in my head.
Good technical term there. So Martin bought this last week.
Yeah.
Done anything with it yet? Been anywhere in it?
We did do something with it.
Okay.
Come with me.
All right.
Come with me.
I'm just wondering if he either broke something. No. You never broke something.
No. We got rid of the tuning box.
Oh yes.
So we put a proper tune on it.
You put a proper map on it.
And in fairness, that thing did nothing. Didn't matter what setting you had it on. We played with the settings on, off, and then you can go in there and adjust it to these numbers, and it made no difference whatsoever.
Oh wow. We might, should we try that on your truck at some point? Put it on the dyno and see what it doesn't do?
It took me ages to get rid of it.
Right, it's definitely going on the channel. So, what are you doing at the minute?
It had a split power steering pipe, So we've just put a new set of power steering pipes on it.
Yeah.
It had a cheap
Oh yeah, we all heard that.
viscous fan, so
Yeah.
it was permanently engaged. So
Yeah.
that's come off.
Lots of noise from that.
Yeah, and Will's kindly gifted me his working viscous fan off his old truck, so that'll go on there.
Will.
Will. What else have we done to it? So at some point, somebody had put a 2-inch lift on it.
Only on the front.
Only on the front because it had airbags on the back originally.
Right.
And then the airbags have obviously failed, and somebody else has then done a spring conversion.
Yeah.
But put standard springs on it.
Yeah,
so
we saw there was some shiny new springs on there.
yeah, well, it had a 2-inch lift on the front and no lift on the back.
Yeah.
After they'd done the conversion.
So it's sitting right now.
Yeah, it's sitting right now.
Okay.
Apart from that, took side steps off.
Have you treated it to some new tyres?
No, they were already on it.
You can tell they're yours.
Well, that's because it got the standard springs on it. That's how much difference it's made.
Okay.
Yeah, apart from that, just gonna...
So anyone want to see us go laning in this? Definitely going to, I know Martin's going to go out and use it, so. Just gone to grab the phone. So what else have we got in the shop? So this one, I think, Will's this one come in for like a remap or something?
ECU.
It's coming for a replacement ECU. Okay, so obviously a working vehicle. And
This one delivers logs around Horncastle.
this one delivers...
Anybody wants logs? Yeah.
Oh, right, okay, we've got a business card. It's not Will's. This one here has come in with some running issues as well. It's a Puma. And I think we've taken the injectors out. Well, Will has had the injectors out of this one this morning, and they're going away to be tested on and checked. So it's very, very nice and shiny, this one. And what has just rolled up outside is another job for me, and it's just a simple wheel alignment for a Ford Ranger. So that brings us to the end of the video. Hope you've enjoyed this one. I hope you like mushrooms. Yeah. So right, yeah, that's the end of the video then. Hope you've enjoyed this one. If you appreciate these videos, just give us a bit of support, interact with us, give us a like and a subscribe. We do look at those numbers. We do see, we do take a good pride in those videos when when they get lots of likes and lots of views and stuff like that. It just makes us feel better. And yeah, I mean, what is life, eh? So yeah, thanks again. See you on the next one. Cheers. Right then, at the end of these videos, we normally do what's it left on the dyno, but because it's Martin and I can rip him if I want to, let's just have a little fun here. Where did Martin park his car? Right, I'll see you next time.